I need for you to understand that the enemy is coming after your vision. Some of you thought he was coming after your house alone. Thought he was coming after your sickness, coming after your health, coming after your mind. No, he was coming after your vision. Because he understands that if he can blur your vision, he can rewrite your story. You thought the enemy was just coming after you just because it's you. No, he was coming because he got a sneak peek on what God said about you. He heard that God had plans for you, and he was roaming the earth to and fro, seeking whom he could devour. Devour in what way, Polo? To take their vision. And I'm telling you right now, I know by the unction of the Holy Ghost that you all have been dealing with some vision leaking out of you. You have been asking the Lord, Lord, what about that dream you gave me? What about the things you told me 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Am I talking to somebody? And it looks as if, God, you never came through on the word that you told me. But I come to let you know this morning, God had you in mind this week. Because the enemy was trying to blur your vision because he wanted to gain the power to rewrite your story. In other words, he came to steal, kill, and destroy. John 10:10 says, the thief cometh not, but to kill, steal, and destroy. Do you realize that every day when you wake up, the enemy is after your vision? And when you don't pray, P-R-A-Y, the enemy still pray, P-R-E-Y. He never takes off when he is on his job. Since the beginning of your life, he has been after you to steal, to kill, and destroy, because he understands that when he steals your vision, he steals your hope. And when he steals your hope, he kills your faith. And when he kills your faith, you walk without a vision, therefore you perish. Somebody say, he's after my vision. Oh, because when you lose vision, you lose more than just vision. You want me to tell you some of the things you lose? You lose time. You lose energy. You lose focus. You lose purpose. You lose resources. You lose emotional capacity. You start giving your time to people who end up wasting it. Oh, I'm talking to you. And I don't know about you, but when you hit your mid-30s and you get into them 40s and them 50s and them 60s and them 70s, and if you make it to them 80s, the last thing you want anybody to do is to waste your... Where my church at right now? I didn't come to play this morning. The enemy is coming after your time. And when you lose vision, you don't know what to do when you wake up in the morning. It's just another morning for the person who lost vision. But when you have vision, you know what your day look like. You wake up with energy before you get your coffee because you already know what today is going to look like, be like, sound like. Come on, somebody. When you lose vision, you lose energy because you start hanging with people literally that suck you dry. Woo! You always got to be the person encouraging somebody else. So vision gets lost because I hang with people who can't sharpen me. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? You start hanging with people that's literally draining your battery. Your battery. You're always the one saying you can make it, you can do it, you can make it, you can do it. But who's telling you that you can make it, you can do it, you can make it, And sometimes when you don't have anyone to say that back to you, the vision will say it back to you. I wish I had somebody here that really had a vision. The vision will speak and it will not lie. You lose resources. When you don't have vision, you start wasting your money on things that do not support the vision. Woo! Because vision has a way of safeguarding you. Vision tells me who can be my friend and who cannot. Vision. Because I can't walk with somebody who don't have similar visions. You don't complement my vision. But the problem is when I lose vision, I let anybody in. Oh my God. So you lose time, you lose energy, you lose resources, you lose emotional capacity. But most of all, somebody say most of all, when you lose vision, you lose you. I want to just park right there because there are some people who hooked up in relationships and you forgot about you. Don't even know what make you happy no more because you done lost vision of who you are. You know what he or she like to eat, and you sacrifice all of the things that you like for that other person. Meanwhile, you never find out again, well, what do I like to do? I used to like going to the movies. I used to like bowling. I used to like crossword puzzles. Now I find myself doing nothing but pleasing somebody else. That's not the will of God. So you lose you. I want y'all to hear this. See, without vision, you become the lowest version of self. I need y'all to hear me. When you don't have vision, you become the lowest version of yourself. I want to ask you a question. Think about some of the worst times in your life, some of the lowest points in your life. I guarantee you, when you go down memory lane, it was in a season when you didn't have vision.